Hi guys, this is your boy Yoshi Rants and Solution Channel, and I'm gonna share my thoughts about the new Super Mario Bros. Game. Yeah, Nintendo hasn't made another new Super Mario Bros. Game ever since January of 2019 when they made New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. And man, I'm gonna tell some good things and some critical things about these games. No further ado, let's go. New Super Mario Bros. DS is a pretty good game. It's the it's the classics from the 2D Mario games, from the old 2D Mario games, and they have some pretty cool items like the blue shell. They even have the mini mushroom and the mega mushroom. They have like three new power ups in that game, and it's pretty cool. The levels are awesome. And there's even one level that actually requires a power up, like to get the secret exit. I'm talking about like to progress in a level. Like you need a mushroom to hit that brick block so you can get that vine to advance to the level. I mean, who knew that they have a level that actually requires a power up in a good way? Like in Super Mario Bros. 3, there was a level that required a power up, a star, and that level was pretty trash. All you're doing is just stepping on munchers and piranha plants and whatever. And all the boss fight, I mean, most of the boss fights are pretty original. You got that giant Goomba, you got Chief Skipper, Lucky Thunder, and Mommy Pokey. All those fights are pretty good. And that's the first game where we saw Dry Bowser. And we even have that Mario versus Luigi mode that's actually very fun. All you have to do is to have one person on a DS and yourself on a DS and y'all can play together. And there is a way to actually play as Luigi in the game. And they even have mini games from Super Mario 64 in there. And that's pretty decent. Now let's move on to New Super Mario Bros. Wii. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, I can say it's pretty much my favorite New Super Mario Bros. Game. When I was a child, I used to play it with my family and friends. I mean, the final boss is absolutely awesome, where you're trying to run away from Bowser to hit the switch to save Peach. It's not like in New Super Mario Bros. DS where you fight Bowser Jr. and Bowser and all you have to do is just hit the axe and that's it. But in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, that's extended. Now Bowser is literally chasing after you while he's giant, and that's pretty decent for a 2D boss fight in a Mario game. And they have some very good power-ups, such as the penguin suit, the ice flower, the propeller suit, which is highly overpowered in that game. And I can't really say the Ice Flower is a new power-up because it was already in Super Mario Galaxy. But it wasn't in a 2D Mario game until now. And this was one of those 2D Mario games where if you collect all the star coins in a world, you get to have extra worlds in World 9. And it's pretty decent. I love that 9-7 level where you have to go pretty fast before the fire piranha plant melts all the ice blocks, and that level is pretty darn fun, I can say. Out of all those power ups in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, I say that the Propeller Mushroom is one of my favorite power ups in that game. I mean, you could literally fly up very high and even float down a bit with the Propeller Mushroom. That's why the propeller suit in New Super Mario Bros. Wii is highly overpowered. And I can see why some people don't want to use that power up, because it makes levels way too easy. Now I can understand that. Now let's move on to New Super Mario Bros. 2. And man, I got lots of critical things. Oh, wait, I forgot to mention the New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And the New Super Mario Bros. On the Wii U. Tell me this. Why the hell am I forced to play as Mario in solo play in New Super Mario Bros. Wii and New Super Mario Bros. U on Wii U? Why the hell am I forced to play as Mario in solo play? Like Luigi and the Toads shouldn't be multiplayer exclusive. I shouldn't need another Wii remote to play as Luigi or the two Toads. I should be I should pick my own character. I shouldn't have to be forced to play as Mario in solo play. Come on, man. He's like the lamest character in the game. I want to play as Luigi. Come on. I want to play as the green guy, Luigi. Now let's get back to New Super Mario Bros. 2. Man. I mean, the levels are actually pretty cool and looks absolutely beautiful. But coins in that game are pretty useless, man. Like, whenever there's coins, there should be a shop to spend them in. In Super Mario Odyssey, you can actually use those coins that you collected by spending them in a shop. But coins in New Super Mario Bros. 2, they're absolutely worthless. Yeah, like sure, you can get that golden Tanuki Mario statue where if you collect 9,999 coins, but still, coins are absolutely worthless in New Super Mario Bros. 2, and they even go up to 100. And if you collect 100 coins, you get a 1-up. So 1-up houses are completely useless, and it's literally impossible for you to ever get a game over if there's lots of coins in the game. And don't even bother going up to 1-up houses. I mean, 100 coins gives you a 1-up, and the game is already about coins. So I don't think there's a reason to go to 1-up houses. And plus, there's even 1-up tricks in the levels too. So 1-ups are absolutely worthless. And the coins are even more worthless too. Like, there's not even a shop to spend them in. Even in Super Mario Land, it's using that casino thing where you can get a 1-up or some power-ups. That should be the case for most of the mainline Mario games, to make coins have a purpose, like to have them used to spend in the shop in. That's what people usually thinks about coins in a Mario game. Like like let's say Mario Party for example. I mean, the coins in the Mario Party games actually has purposes, to buy some items in the shop. So why is that not the case in New Super Mario Bros. 2? If the game is literally all about the coins. All the art is just a gimmick and that's it. Also, the villain should have been Wario instead of Bowser. Like, Wario's also a coin guy too. Not Bowser that much. So why not have Wario as the villain instead of Bowser? Also, if Princess Peach was playable in New Super Mario Bros. 2 and she collected the gold flower, she could have been Pinko Peach, which means Pinko Peach could have had a reference in that game. And nope, Nintendo is just being a lazy as fuck. Yeah, you can't blame Nintendo for being so lazy. They just are lazy with their New Super Mario Bros. Games. Now let's go to New Super Mario Bros. U. I mean, the game is pretty fine. It's just your typical Mario game where you just avoid enemies, go on platforms and whatever. But they also have one new power up, the Acorn Suit, where you can glide and boost up. I mean, it's similar to the Propeller Mushroom, but you can't glide without propeller spinning with the Propeller Suit. I mean, Acorn Suit is a pretty fun item. And no, the P Acorn doesn't count because the P Acorn and the Acorn Suit is pretty much the same item, except the P Acorn you can fly forever. So the P Acorn and the Acorn Suit is pretty much the same exact power up. You can get a P Acorn by chasing Nabbit. And chasing Nabbit is pretty damn fun, not gonna lie. Also, boost blocks mode. Come on, why even bother using boost blocks? Like, can this game get any easier? Unless if you're a noob. New Super Mario Bros. U, I say, is one of the easiest 2D Mario games out there. Like, that game is so easy. Like, I can beat the game, I can beat every single level without using any type of power-ups. I mean, they do have the baby Yoshis in that game, which is pretty decent. But why can you only bring the baby Yoshis in the levels, but not the regular Yoshis? I mean, in Super Mario World, when you finish a level, you can keep the Yoshi. But why not in New Super Mario Bros. Wii and New Super Mario Bros. U? I mean, taking the baby Yoshis is fine, but taking the pink or the red baby Yoshi or whatever the color it is, I mean, that baby Yoshi is like highly overpowered. I mean, the baby Yoshi makes power-ups a bit useless, especially for the red baby Yoshi, since he can float for a long time, since he can fly for a long time. So that's why I don't like using the baby Yoshis much, because they don't really add much to the gameplay. Why is there still no why is there still no new multiplayer characters? It's the same, just Mario, Luigi. I know Mario and Luigi, like the two main characters in the Mario City. I mean, in the Mario series. Yeah. But why is there no new characters? Players 3 and 4 is just toast. They should add more characters. Well, in New Super Luigi U, they have a new character called Nabbit, which is invincible to enemies and cannot collect any power-ups other than a star. I like Nabbit as a character, but I don't like using him. Since using power-ups is fun, but taking that away just makes me don't want to play as Nabbit that much. I mean, he just makes New Super Luigi U extremely easy. So usually I avoid playing as Nabbit. I mean, in New Super Luigi U, you can theoretically not be forced to play as Luigi. I mean, I do like playing as the green guy, Luigi. I mean, if you hold down ZR, you can play as Nabbit. And the levels are pretty fun. Like, you have 100 seconds to get to the goal before you die. Also, I have something to say about this. You know, Daisy should have been the one that gets kidnapped in the game instead of Peach, and the final boss should be either Dry Bowser or maybe even King Boo. I mean, if it's a Luigi game, I would at least think about King Boo being the final boss in a Luigi game. Also, they should have changed the world map from New Super Mario Bros. U. They should have had a different world map. I mean, the levels are all the levels are completely different in New Super Luigi U, but they should have made the boss battles much more difficult. You know, like for example, make much more obstacles in the towers and castles, and having bosses take additional hits and stuff. Also, in this game, why the hell is Boom Boom in almost every single tower level? Like, Boom Boom takes next to no effort to beat, unless if you have the mini mushroom. But still, Boom Boom is like the easiest bosses, even in World 6 where he has the wings. And the Boom Boom that's much giant is even much easier, since it's easy to get the hit out of him, making the World 5's Boom Boom extremely easy. And just like in New Super Mario Bros. 2, why the hell is Reznor in every single tower level? I mean, Reznor has next to no skill to defeat him. And the Koopaling bosses in New Super Mario Bros. 2 is like the easiest out of New Super Mario Bros. Wii and U. I mean, the bosses in New Super Mario Bros. Wii is pretty decent. I mean, Iggy has that chain chop, and Ludwig, you're trying to fight Ludwig while you're on 3 platforms going up, and and the boss fights are pretty awesome. Same for New Super Mario Bros. U, and they have one where Iggy is is on the ceiling, so you can't really hit him unless if you have fireballs, but still. And they also had that Ludwig fight where three Ludwigs clones himself, and you have to find the real one. The real one is the one that shoots three fireballs. The only problem with the Ludwig fight is I can cheese that boss fight so hard. Trust me. Same for any other boss fight in New Super Mario Bros. U. Even Bowser. I mean, the Bowser fight, it's kind of mediocre. I mean, you use Bowser Jr.'s clown card to defeat Bowser. It's kind of cool, I guess. Now let's move on to New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. And man, I have lots of critical things to say about this game. Okay, first off, why the fuck did they say that Nabbit is a new character? I mean, he's not a new character in New Super Mario Bros. U slash Luigi U. He was already in Luigi U as a playable character. So how is he a new playable character? And the only new playable character is Toadette and Peachette. Now, Peachette. What the fuck is that? Peachette. What the fuck? Like, out of any new power up, like the cave fighter from Super Mario World, the carrot from Super Mario Land, or any other power ups, you choose the fucking Super Crown that could turn Toadette into Peachhead. That is one of the most laziest things I've ever seen in my fucking life. And plus, Peachhead makes the game makes it highly more easier. And it's just the Super Crown is just a ripoff to the Acorn suit. Except whenever Peachhead goes down when she's close to falling to her death, she can actually boost up one more time. Automatically. I mean, the only time where I would use Peachhead if I needed to get a star coin that's unreachable. And plus, when you are Toadette, you can't really get an Acorn suit in levels. I mean, the Acorn suit is just replaced with a Super Crown. Or should I say the shitty crown? Come on, man. Instead, Nintendo should have made, like, I don't know, Princess Peach as a playable character instead of making Peachette, which is a horrible abomination. Ugh. And plus, in New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, when you're having 4 players, one of the players is gonna have to be forced in easy mode where you have to play as Nabbit or Toadette. Why couldn't they add another new playable character? I don't know. Let's say we have characters like either like Yoshi, Daisy, Wario, Waluigi, or even Rosalina as a playable character in that game. Why not have one of those characters that's a playable character? I mean, I do like Toadette. Toadette is a good character. But Peachette is absolutely garbage. Like, I don't know why she even exists. I mean, I'm gonna actually let Pinkle... No. I'm gonna let Peachette kind of slide instead of Pinkle Peach. I mean, she is in a mainline Mario game. I mean, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe does kind of count as a mainline Mario game, but Pinkle Peach doesn't have a reference to anything. But I'm going to talk about Pinkle Peach for another video. But now I'm going to talk about Peachette and my thoughts about her. Come on, and you're going to call this Deluxe? And it says more characters, but shouldn't it be called one new character? Because Toadette is the only new character in the game. I mean, technically Peachette, but Toadette and Peachette is like the same fucking character, except Toadette wears a super crown. And the problem is that not only Toadette can take the other powers, but she can also take the super crown. So let's say if there's an acorn suit and a super crown, if Toadette accidentally takes that acorn suit, not only Toadette has the acorn suit, but she can also take that super crown. leaving you without a power up, which is kind of shitty if you ask me. And if I'm gonna have to have 4 players, I shouldn't have to be forced for one of the players to be on easy mode. Come on, man. Like, can this game get any easier than this? Also, the Super Crown is only for Toadette. So, I don't think there's a reason to ever have a Super Crown in the game. I mean, there's other good power-ups in Mario games where they can have. You know, they could have had the Cape Feather, which is highly overpowered. So, I don't think that about the Cape Feather. No, actually, no, I don't want the Cape Feather. But I really do want, like, the Tanuki suit from Super Mario 3D Land, where you can float and the power up is much more broken. I mean, you could say that power up would pretty much be this exact same as the Acorn suit instead. Wait, in fact, they should have had the Cloud Flower from Super Mario Galaxy 2, where whenever you have the Cloud Flower, you can make platforms when you spin. And plus, you can even fall much lower, meaning you can cross big gaps. And the Cloud Flower is an awesome item. So why did they choose the Super Crown over the Cloud Flower? Why did they choose the Super Crown? I mean, they could have had the Hammer Suit from Super Mario Bros. 3, or even the Boomerang Flower from Super Mario 3D Land / 3D World. They could have had those 2 power-ups in that game. Instead, laziness took over. And they should have had more playable characters instead of just Toadette and calling it Deluxe. Having one playable character and no new levels is Deluxe. I don't think that's Deluxe. I think that should have been DLC for New Super Mario Bros. U on the Wii U. We could all agree that should have been a DLC thing. Like, I don't think this game is Deluxe. I mean, there's no new levels. There's only one new character, and one of the players is forced to be on easy mode, and that's pretty crappy. But in New Super Mario Bros. I mean, in New Super Luigi U, it's much worse. Now, half the players need to be forced to play as Nabbit and Toadette, and the Toads are. I mean, Blue Toad is kind of gone, but you can actually play as him if you hold the ZL button. You can be Blue Toad, but Blue Toad and Yellow Toad are not separate characters anymore for some reason. So in New Super Luigi U, your characters, like, if you're gonna have like 3 or 4 players, they're gonna be forced in easy mode, which is kind of bullshit. Like, I don't want to play as Nabbit or Toadette in New Super Luigi U. Come on, the game is all about having 100 seconds in the game. So, not having 100 seconds and adding more time, doesn't that defeat the whole purpose in New Super Luigi U? Like, the whole point of New Super Luigi U is to be fast in the levels. I mean, you can beat the game without really running, but still, having 200 seconds in the game instead of 100, that kind of defeats the whole purpose for the challenge in New Super Luigi U. And I'm just going to say, I know some people might disagree on me, but I say Luigi U is actually much easier than Mario U. I'm just going to say that. I mean, the levels are much more fun than in Mario U, but the levels are much easier, I could say. Well, except for levels like 9-6 and 9-8 in or 3 Dash Tower in New Super Luigi U, but still, all the other levels are just painlessly easy. And actually, you can beat the whole game without power-ups. Like in the final level in World 9, you can just keep ground pound canceling. Like if you just keep ground pound canceling and twirling, you can't really die from the auto scroller. You can just keep floating down, without power ups. So you can beat the whole game without it. Like normally in that level, you're required to use a floating power up like the propeller suit, acorn suit, or whatever. But you can actually beat that level without power ups, and that's what the game is more fun of. And plus, in 9-6, what the hell is that level? I mean, that level looks impossible to beat without taking damage. And worse, the final star coin, you need to be as at least Big Mario, or should I say Luigi. But you get the point. You have to be at least Big Luigi to ground pound those bricks to get that star coin, which is very obnoxious if you haven't played that level before. I mean, the level looks impossible to beat without taking damage. Also, if you play that level as Nabbit, then you're pretty much a cheater. I mean, why would you want to beat 9-6 as Nabbit? Like, what are you? Like, what are you, a noob at that game? Come on, have some sort of challenge. Like, play the level without Nabbit or something. Yeah, Nabbit makes that level like painlessly easy. Don't even bother to play as Nabbit in 9-6. Like nothing can hurt you. So that just makes that level painlessly easy as Nabbit. It doesn't have a purpose. And in 9-8, that level, I say that level is extremely fun in New Super Luigi U. Sometimes I would die or run out of time. But after a few attempts, I do beat it without ever taking damage. And I even had the chance to even play it as the mini mushroom. And it was a pretty fun level with a mini mushroom. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned for my new salute video. Goodbye.